Well, as you can see, my knowledge base has always been in two different types. I have the supplement side of me, and then I have the food side of me. I've always been, at the very beginning of things, a very supplement-orientated guy, until I started to meet several people that said, you're eating wrong. Stress levels, and I think that's one of the biggest issues for a lot of people, the stress. Stress of life, whatever that may be, even physical stress. I don't know, by maybe the show of hands, how many walk, run, lift weights, whatever that may be, yoga, Pilates, whatever that may be. So in all of those aspects, food is very, very important. And in a lot of our society, we have kind of taken the food and said, okay, we're going to make it big, we're going to make it bigger, we're going to say, hey, let's eat more of this, let's eat more of that. But we don't use food in a way that will actually be healing, not only to, believe it or not only to the body, but also to the soul. For instance, my body type, or as you could say, my personality is in my circles is a fire-water type. So I have this one side of me that is very fire, which is right there in your face, right there, assertive, getting out there. I mean, just always out there. A fiery personality can be said, who needs to accomplish it right now, not tomorrow, not next week. It has to be done today. I don't know how many people are like that, but I am. Then on the other side is the water type, which is also, hey, I'm calm, cool. So there's days when I go up or I go down. But if I have too much of one thing and not enough of the other, for instance, if I have too much water, then I put out the fire. So then I become less assertive or just less motivated to be able to do things in everyday life. Or if I have too much fire, then what happens to me is simply that I go out and I become more aggressive, and then I could get agitated, and I could get, and that's more stress and more stress and more stress. Well, I started to learn some things, and as I learned through a lot of the, nutritionists, and especially through my teachers in the Shaolin aspect of things, the food was really a part of things. We spoke of qi. I mean, that was the very essence of what we did. I mean, food was utilized for energy. It's energy. So, like for instance, when I feel like I'm going to get really if I feel agitated, I'll start taking fruits that are more like sweet and watery, like watermelon or melons. That actually helps to just kind of cool the fire. Okay? And then if I have too much water, then I may actually add, more like white chicken, things of this nature, white meat chicken, not of the breaded kind or any of that kind of thing. I'll do turkey. I'll do things of this nature to kind of get that protein inside and kind of get that going. So food, in a lot of ways, have been utilized all the time, but I think it's in the proper nutrition, depending on what kind of lifestyle you live. I mean, you're not going to be, if you're someone that walks and does those kind of things, you're not going to do like what an athlete does by eating everything, and it seems like everything under the sun. They're not going to eat 200 grams of protein a day. You're not going to eat, 46 grams of carbohydrates a day. You're not going to do those kind of things. But it's the proper nutrition depending on what you and your lifestyle really needs. And so for me, that is the biggest essence for me. I've lived this. I've actually used through trial, through error, through all the different types of studies. Well, I should be taking this. Inflammation was a big deal for me. And because of that type of personality that I have, it can easily cause inflammation. So one of the beautiful things is to, reduce your nightshade plants. Okay, reduce some of the nightshade plants because they can cause a little bit more acids into the body. So anyway, those are the kind of things that I deal with on a day-to-day basis. We have people coming in, and then we deal with those issues and try to point the way. In using that, we work with every day. It says, well, what does your practitioner say? What does your doctor say? What does What do they say? What are they telling you? So we try to help or guide them in the ways that they go, well, we don't know what to do. We don't know what foods to eat. We don't know necessarily what to take. We don't know, well, what does your doctor say? And then we can kind of guide them through that. So at Whole Foods, that's kind of what I do. I kind of help and guide through what people are coming in. They're getting a list and like, okay, this is what my practitioner said. This is what I need. Where do I get this? How do I use this? And so forth. So we're here to help just guide and point the way and utilize the foods as a means to basically increase energy, increase endurance, increase strength, and more flexibility.